Hello fellow YouTubers, this is Bluray Maniac. I'm coming at you today with a new video here on the Horoscope channel. And if you hear the fan there in the background, I apologize. But hopefully it's not too loud. Um, but the theme for this week is Favorites Week. So each of us that's part of the channel, we just pick a movie from the horror genre that we consider to be our favorites, and everybody has different favorites. For me, I was really looking forward to doing this particular week because the movie that I picked for this week for me, is a no-brainer. It's not a very well-known film. Probably chances are maybe 1 out of every 5 people watching this video, it have to be a lot of people, but like 1 out of every 5 people probably has seen this. I mean, it's not very well known, and you're probably thinking, well, what the heck movie is he talking about? And I have actually talked about this particular movie on my other regular channel, my Bluray Maniac channel. This is not an American film. It has American actors in it, but it is actually a French film. And it says on the back of the case here, winner, Best International Feature Film. And then it got the Fantasia Montreal Jury Prize. Winner, Audience Award and Jury Prize. And then CreatureCorner.com quoted it and said, "Real white knuckle fear." The movie is Dead End, and if you can tell, it's a black hearse, which looks like it has a person in it there, touching the glass window, and it's driving away from us. And before I get into the plot, let me tell you who's in it. It stars Ray Wise. Ray Wise was in the first RoboCop movie in 1987. He was one of Clarence Bodiger's thugs. He had black hair, really black curly hair. And then you have Alexandra Holden, I'm sorry, and she's the daughter. And then you have Lynn Shay. She plays the wife. Lynn Shay is pretty well known. She's been in the Nightmare on Elm Street movie, the original one, and she's actually married to Robert Shay, the director of Nightmare on Elm Street. And Lynn Shay has been in various other horror films, such as Insidious. And then you have Mick Cain, Billy Asher, and Amber Smith. Amber Smith was in the movie American Beauty. So this movie is directed by Jean-Baptiste Andrea. I guess that's how you say his name. He's a French director. So if I butchered his name, I'm sorry. But basically, if you want a really good scare, there's nothing I can say about this movie that's going to do it justice the way it deserves to be done justice. This is one of the creepiest movies that I've ever seen. When I go to my shelf of movies back there, and I'm looking for a random horror film to watch, when I'm just up for anything, this is the first film in my horror collection that I always levitate towards, because I can watch this movie over and over and over. It's one of those movies that not very many people know about, but it's one of those diamond in the rough scenarios. you look at the cover and you're like, yeah, it looks alright. But then you watch the movie and it just freaking like blows you away. That's what this movie did to me. Basically, Ray Wise and his family, his wife, his daughter, his son, and his soon-to-be son-in-law are for the last 20 years they've been going to the mother's parents' house, which would be I guess considered the in-laws, Ray Wise's in-laws, that is, in the movie. They've been going to their house for Christmas for the last 20 years. They meet up at the in-laws' house, and that's where they celebrate Christmas. And one quick note, that's what makes this movie even creepier. It takes place on Christmas Eve. It's gonna creep the shit out of you when you watch it. But they decide, well, Ray Wise decides that he's tired of the interstate and he's going to take a different route to get to the in-laws house for once after 20 years. So he takes this back roads shortcut of sorts, and they almost have a collision or a car crash. By the way, before I go any further, I'm going to tell you one thing right now, and that is that I'm going to go really in depth with this movie, and there will be spoilers. So if you haven't seen this movie and you don't want anything spoiled, such as the ending, believe me, I'll give you a warning when I get to that part. So you can keep watching the video, I guess, if you want. But but when I get to the part where I discuss the ending, I'll give you a heads-up warning before I get into it. So if you don't want to know the ending, you can go to another video or something. But they get into this near car crash collision of sorts, and because Ray Wise almost like he falls asleep at the wheel, but of course that wakes him up and scares the shit out of everybody and everything. But after that, that's when a bunch of really weird shit starts to happen. Like, no matter what, they just keep driving and driving and driving, and like they're not going anywhere. It's like they keep passing the same road signs over and over, even though they're going in the same direction, and then they decide to go the other direction and the same thing happens. And there's this one part where they stop because there's a black baby carriage sitting in the middle of the road, just out there. Like, they don't know who put it there or anything. And that black baby carriage is really creepy because it looks like the one from Rosemary's Baby. And you know, like I said, they don't know how that got there. They don't nothing. And so I'm gonna put this down because my arm's getting tired. But basically, that happens, and then they come upon a woman that's they don't know if she's hurt or just shell-shocked or what's wrong with her, but she's acting really weird. And they found her walking along the side of the road. So they decide to give her a ride, and they end up stopping at like a forest ranger's cabin of sorts. But of course, there's nobody in the cabin. It's just there, like abandoned. And they go in to look for a phone to call for help, and they hear the soon-to-be son-in-law that's the boyfriend of the daughter. He freaks out. What he freaks out about, I'm not going to tell you, but something happens and he freaks out and he screams like really loud, and they come to try to help him. And the thing is that he's gone. They can't find him. And the woman the woman that they picked up, she's gone also. They call her the woman in white because she's wearing a white dress. I know you could probably figure out where this is going. But he disappears, and slowly but surely they keep driving and driving and driving, and same thing, nothing. They're not getting anywhere. They don't know what the hell's going on, and every time they stop the car, something happens, or someone disappears, or someone gets killed. You know, it's one of those types. You know the old ghost story that everybody's heard about, where you don't pick up the hitchhiker, the not just a regular hitchhiker, but you know what I'm talking about, those ghost stories concerning ghost hitchhikers and shit. That's what this movie is. It's really good. It's really scary. And if you just give it a chance, I guarantee you it will be one of your favorites, and it will really creep you out, and it's top shelf horror. It's one of those rare films, like I said, that's not very well known, but it's very well made. And oh, the other thing I was going to mention was that every time they stop and something happens to someone in the group just gets smaller and smaller every time they stop because something happens. What exactly happens, I'm not going to say, but I will tell you this, that whenever someone goes missing, the next thing they see is a black hearse driving past them on the road, and the person that just disappeared is in the back of the hearse, and the hearse is driving away. You know, I decided just now I'm not going to tell you the ending, but let me just put it this way. You ever heard the phrase mind fuck? That's what this ending will do to you. But not to the point where you won't understand the ending. It's the type of ending that will surprise you. But this movie is really good. I highly recommend it. And like I said, it's dead end. And the tagline says, read the signs. This is the cover art in case you want to find it on eBay. I think you can get it for like $9 or $10 because it's kind of hard to find. I bought it through an eBayer called Movie Mars. They sell a lot of movies. That's all they sell. And this is the back artwork. As you can tell, Lynn Shay is in the middle, and there's Ray Wise on the side there, holding the flashlight. And that is the UPC number 0313916317 I believe. Anyway, that will help you, because you can look it up by UPC number. This is a really good movie, and I couldn't recommend this movie any higher than any other horror film that I own. And if anybody is just getting into horror, wants to know some recommendations, this would be the movie I would recommend more so than any other horror film. So that will do it for this video for me today on Horoscope, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry it went over 14 minutes, but I had a lot to say about this movie because it's really good. And until next time, you guys take care of yourselves, and as always, watch everyone else's video this week. They got some really good picks. And I will see you guys next Friday. Thanks.